Okay, hi there everyone, this is okei, and I'm teamed up with JarlCarlander against I am International Master opperwezen, and we're gonna play some Capablanca Crazyhouse. So hi there, Jarl. Greetings.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
And greetings to Opper as well. This is like my first time even playing with these S chess pieces, although I've watched other people play, so I kind of forget how they move, so it's good that I've got you with me. Um, but also these pieces, I think they're quite well designed, so that you can kind of see from the design how they move. But still, I'm not familiar with the mating patterns, uh, as with normal pieces. Okay, hi there, Chuck Moulton in the Twitch chat. Okay, so we've got a d4. So what should we do? D4, d4, d5. But it's not d4, it's e. Isn't that paradoxical? The d4 is actually e4 in this game. So yeah, um, so you can see the letters at the bottom: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So
Oh, okay.
so we've got an extra.
I thought you were talking like about about theory and like D4 is E4 or some never mind.
Yeah, so Baku's in Twitch chat says, "What is this manner?" So yeah, Baku's great to see you again. So there's this site called pychess dash variants, and I'll just put that in the Twitch chat. In fact, I'll put the link to the game we're playing in the Twitch chat. Okay, and instead of S chess, which is played on an 8x8 board, and when you move a piece off the back rank, you can replace it by, for the first two, you can replace it twice by these S chess pieces. The knight and bishop is called the hawk, is that right? Is that right, Joe?
no, that's in S chess. Yes, it is.
Okay, and then the knight and rook is the elephant. And so in Capablanca chess, it's, yeah.
In Capablanca chess, it's a marshal, which is the rook and knight, and then the archbishop, which is the bishop and knight.
Okay, how confusing. Can't we just call them by the S chess names? Okay. Um, so,
Sure, if you want to.
okay. Um, so just say that again. The marshal is the.
Marshal is the elephant, and then the archbishop is the hawk.
Okay, so archbishop makes sense because the archbishop is like a bishop. So yeah, okay. So you have these two extra pieces between the bishop and the knight, okay? And it's a 10 by 10 board, so it's a much bigger board. Um, yeah, and okay, so like in chess, we want to control the center. And so Chuck says, so the extra knight on the left is knight and rook, and the knight on the right is knight and bishop. Yes, yeah, that's right. So the archbishop, or hawk in S chess, moves like a knight and a bishop, and the marshal, okay, marshal or elephant in S chess, um, moves like a knight and rook. In S chess, when you move a piece off the back rank, you can replace it by one of these two pieces. So it's a more cramped board. So it's um, more more pieces on the board, as it were. But then you can but then you're still reducing to an end game. But now we're playing Crazyhouse, so it's going to be attacking all the way. Okay, so we're going to need more than 15 plus 10, but okay, let's go with it. E5, E5. So yeah, you try and shout out moves or suggestions. But I'm thinking, so what should we do here in general? Like, what's the general plan? We want to we want to release the archbishop. Do we go London system?
Um, I don't know if the London system even.
Yeah,
If you move the bishop, the knight will capture it.
yeah, exactly. So I was thinking London. Yeah.
Maybe just
Yep.
knight the way he has moved it. So it would be knight to h6.
Okay. And we're going to need more than 15 plus 10. That's the only thing. And there's no extra time on this side, is there? Um, okay. And then the other thing is we could also move the. We can do arrows. I love that we can do arrows on this side, like on Lichess. We can also move our marshal at some point to I6 because I noticed that hits the pawn on I2.
Okay, two things. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, that move will lose the marshal to the bishop,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and also marshal to I6 is not a threat because rook I1 will just trap the marshal.
That's true.
So it is actually difficult to know how to open.
Yeah.
How to develop. I would play a very conservative looking move like 6. Like just it hems in that bishop, but
So what's the move? Sorry.
So your king pawn 1, so f6. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I mean, it does get killed in this game out of the opening.
I see. And to just see what's Opper saying. Yeah. Yeah, so Opper was just saying that the difference between Capablanca chess and S chess is in S chess you have to place it on the board. In Kappa chess they're already on the board. Yeah, which we hopefully explained. So yeah, just in S chess, an 8x8 board, but you get 2 extra moves that when you move a piece off for the first time off the back rank, you get to replace it by you get to place one of these extra moves, replacing it by one of these 2 extra pieces. So should we throw in a check, or not worth it?
Check it develops his hawk.
So knights.
Because he's just going to push the pawn.
So develop knights again. Knight c6.
Yeah, I guess develop the knight. Yeah, knight c6.
So just checking with people in the Twitch chat, you can hear both me and Jarl talking. Hopefully, just double checking with you guys. Because sometimes I get audio issues, but cross fingers, everything's fine. Ah, yes, because we shut off our bishop. That's so now we.
But like I said, that is not a threatening move just yet.
Yeah.
When it becomes a threatening move, we can hopefully defend with the rook.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not able to draw arrows for you, but what are your thoughts?
Okay, so we want to control the center. So our bishop on g1 is nice. Bishop on d1 is d8 rather is defensive. Archbishop needs to be released at some point. I'm trying to work out, should we release it onto light squares by pushing the d pawn? He can always close that down with e5 though. We could just go. We could just actually go straight out with d5. d5. No, that just gets taken. Okay, sorry. No, yeah.
d5 would get taken, but the bishop would defend. But then he would maybe. Oh no, the knight is there too.
The knight's yeah.
Maybe d6.
So d6 feels like weakens our light squares too much because he plays e5. So I really don't want to do that. So.
How about bishop e7?
Bishop to e7. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks safe. And Baku says, "Who is Jarl?" So Jarl is JarlCarlander. How do I should I don't have all the shout out tools that some clever streamers have, but I'll just type it out, and hopefully it's the correct message. Let's see if that correctly opens your Twitch. No, I got it wrong.
That's my old Twitch channel. Don't worry about it. Let's worry about this game. I guess I might have been wrong in that, but I think if you move the rook, then that marshal should be trapped.
Okay. So that was your old Twitch channel. What's your new one again? I've forgotten now.
It's the same one, but with Bughouse after it.
Okay. So you're not allowed to use the old one, is it? Because you closed it down? Or?
Yeah.
Let's see if that works.
Okay, so we're actually doing okay here, I think, because you can take that and...
Yeah. Okay. The only problem is we don't have extra time, and 10 seconds is not going to be enough. But I can go to f5, h5. He's saying something. Hawk h5 was okay too, but I got g7. Okay. So he was thinking of going hawk to h. I think he means, oh yeah, to h5. So he could have got out on h5 actually with his hawk. That's true. So he had an escape square. Okay.
Well, the knight covered that square. Oh, f5. Oh, h5. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That looks like f5 to me, but never mind.
Yeah, I know. I know. So just showing your Twitch channel. That's JarlCarlander Bughouse, streaming Bughouse and some Capablanca chess and this variant later. Okay, so where should we put our marshal? Okay, let's see. I mean G6 makes sense if we can pick up the pawn. So should we go G6?
G6
It'll get
loses
pinned.
the marshal to the bishop.
Yeah, that's true. But then if anything else also does, so.
Oh no, if you move it in front of your king.
And then we've got things we can drop. Okay, that's true. Huh.
Yeah, you could go. I would go marshal f7.
Oh, okay. And he's going to get a rook on the back rank.
But then you just move the knight.
I'm thinking to sack the queen for the pawn and the bishop, but that's not going to work, is it?
I mean, it's hard to say because we don't know the exact values of these new pieces.
Can I sack the queen? So I want to go knight g6 takes pawn. I just don't. So you think?
It's up to you.
The pawn on the back rank, I just feel is going to kill us if we let it. I'm going to. Okay, oh yeah, that's a great link, Jarl. Thanks. Okay, so maybe we should have done what you said, but I'm just thinking this kind of kills his attack, even though it gives him a queen in hand. So he might be actually more annoyed with this.
And I'm all for sacking the queen.
And he's saying if takes queen, hawk at d3. So we have a hawk in hand. It's easy to forget. And hopefully you can see all the pieces. Such a long string of pieces. So hawk at d3. How is hawk at d3 a threat? f3. I still don't get it. Hawk at f3, so king takes e2. Maybe. I didn't look at the takes g2 idea first, so I might need to take the knight and rook. Yeah, he means f3, so if you take g2, I take the queen. You can also take his queen. So he's afraid of hawk at f3, but he can just take... f3 is covered by his pawn on g2, so I'm slightly confused. Oh, so after takes... Oh, we've got a pawn. Okay, so we can drop a pawn on e2. After takes e2, takes queen, something f3 check, maybe king takes g2 has to be played, he's saying. So I'm really struggling to understand Opper here because he's talking about at e. So e2 is covered by covered 3 times by the queen, by the archbishop, by the knight. So I'm not getting that. f2. So
I would just take the bishop.
yeah, I'm just going to take the bishop. So I'm going to take the bishop. And has he got any annoying checks? Not really. I mean, the marshal covers quite a lot. Covers quite a lot on the diagonal.
He was trying to like give us some real chances, and we just rejected it.
But I didn't understand. So did you understand what Opper was saying, or?
I think he wanted you to start attacking, but it just seemed to me that it was too early.
Yeah, I don't see it, so I'm just really confused. Okay, so the hawk defends everything basically on the back rank. In fact, everything is defended. The only piece not defended
Except the hawk.
is the marshal itself. The marshal. Sorry, defends. Yeah, I just confused you. I'm sorry. Um,
Could drop a marshal on G6, and then he would probably go queen takes marshal, and then knight marshal takes queen. The values of the marshal and the queen are. Seems that opperwezen thinks that the queen is less valuable.
oh, so he's saying earlier. Okay, so I get what he's saying now. He is saying instead of taking the pawn on I7, we could have sacked. I don't. I think he's saying we could have sacked on G2. I think that's what he's saying. Is that what you're saying, Oppa? I don't know. So, but maybe it's. Sorry. Okay. So your strategy for defending the marshal is
to
what?
drop a marshal on G6.
Drop another marshal on G6. Okay.
Yes.
That seems to work.
Check.
Okay, so we take it. And now that's a pin. Okay, so just defend with pawn or bishop. Pawn or bishop. I think pawn. But what do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, he's also hitting J7.
Maybe just move your knight.
Move the knight. So you go takes. Okay, knight that defends the back rank, so it clears out the back rank. So that's also possible. But then he's going to go E5.
Got GB Tammy in the Discord.
Hi all.
Hi. So we're streaming.
Hi.
We're streaming some Capablanca Crazyhouse right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. So
wow.
we're streaming
Cool.
Capablanca Crazyhouse right now. So this hi there to GB Tammy. So this is the guy who basically made this site. So yeah, thanks so much for doing
love
this.
what you do.
So Baku says drop a bishop on J6, but I'm not sure if this was
Bishop I6.
no J6. So he's saying hit his queen. There are a lot of blockers though along the way. So I'm afraid of E5 coming in. So I want to.
Maybe just drop a bishop on I6 because it will force him to take, and then you also cover the pawns, and then you're also looking at dropping things on
Okay.
F3 later.
On F3. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
If he takes the bishop, you would take with the J pawn.
Check.
But I don't think he will.
Okay, take with the H pawn, yes?
Yeah, take with pawn here.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
We're only a little bit worse. I don't know.
The problem we have here, there's no extra time. So yeah, we should have gone 30 plus 30. Like, even if we don't use all the time, it's just so we don't have time pressure. Because we can't play this with time pressure.
Baku's saying that what, who, when, why, how, so many new people I don't recognize anymore.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about pieces that you don't recognize. I was going to be like,
okay.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But like...
Okay, so Jarl is a Bughouse player who's got a great blog which he just linked, and you should check it out. GB Tami, who just joined, is a developer on Lichess who has designed this spin-off of Lichess. So should we go straight in for the attack? Yeah? At F3?
You could also go knight D4.
Knight
I think
D4.
I think your move is probably better because
I think we're in trouble. I think we need to go fast. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure the screen looks okay. I think it looks okay. Yeah. So he's taken it. So do we take back?
Yes.
Okay. At least we threatened mate and won in this game.
I guess you have to take that. I don't see what the follow-up is.
He wants pawn takes pawn next, and okay, so yeah, if we didn't take it, he's queening and all kinds of stuff. So okay, I'll take it. So he wants pawn takes pawn. Okay, now he has a diagonal. And the point is he's got two rooks. So actually, rook. No, it doesn't quite mate. So we could either take or drop back down to f8. What do you think? So
if you drop back down, you're losing. Oh, you could go king e6, but that just seems bad.
Okay, so if we take it, is it safe? Yeah, so it's safe to take, you reckon? Or the thing I'm worried about is he's got hawk on h4 if we take it, and picks up our bishop. So I think we have to drop back down.
Dropping back, you get mated.
By how?
I think you might be mated in either case, but I think there's more opportunity for him to go wrong if you take it. Because if you go king, he drops pawn. If you go king f8,
yeah,
drops...
king f8, he drops what? He drops rook on f7, then we go to e8, then what?
Then pawn check.
Help, I don't understand. Okay, so we go to f8, then what's his check?
He drops the marshal, which is check.
On h7. Oh, on h7. Okay, yes. Marshal on h7. Then here, then goes pawn check. And then goes here, and then takes. Yeah, okay. So we have to take them. Okay. I trust. I haven't calculated it all the way down, but that looks making you're right. I'm the best Bughouse player, says Beku's, in the world. I challenge you to a quick pace game of 180 plus 180. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we've given Opper the move now. I'm just joking. So what's added to the to-do list? Adding time as an option. Okay, so but that's okay. I just drop with pawn. I drop a pawn, yeah? Or a bishop. Pawn or
drop bishop.
Bishop is better, you reckon? Okay.
Yes, because once the king moves, then you'll have more light square coverage.
Okay, true. He's going to go hawk next, and then we have to drop back down. Oh, he takes... I think he's just being nice, by the way. I think he's just toying with us. Okay, so should we take the queen? What else do we do? Or has he got a mate planned? That's the other thing. He has a lot of pieces.
I'd like to get the bishop takes queen with check, but I don't see any way to do it. If you did...
What, like pawn at g2, does that do anything? Pawn at g2, queen takes...
No, because he would just take with queen.
Pawn at g2, queen takes... Oh yeah, pawn at g2, queen takes, pawn at e2, knight takes...
And archbishop takes.
Oh, archbishop
takes.
Is
pinned.
Archbishop takes, and the bishop is pinned. Okay. So we'll have to just take the queen, right? And hope for the best. Or do...
Yeah.
Check.
Okay, I think f7. What do you reckon?
I agree. And it also seems to be the only legal move.
That's true.
Check.
Oh, we're mated.
That's too good. Okay.
Perhaps opperwezen would like to
check.
Play like 30 plus 30 like you suggested.
Check. You lose.
That's so funny that you lose. Okay. Yeah, so let's play 30 plus 30. I mean, we don't necessarily take that time. It just... I think actually, well, it turned out okay, actually. So... well, we could just continue at the same time. 30 plus 30 would just be to avoid time pressure, but it probably turns out okay because we're not lasting long enough.
I mean, you're trying to explain a new game to viewers. while playing one of the smartest chess players that hangs out online. So harder.
Okay, so let's see if we can create longer. So it's Kappa House. It's called. Okay, Kappa House. You can even choose the start position. That is cool, right? You can't do that on Lichess. You can't do Crazyhouse from position on Lichess. Okay, so I'm putting out a seat.
You could even have random Kappa House.
You can't have increment.
That's crazy.
You can't have increment longer than 15 seconds. That's annoying. Okay. So I put out a seek for 30 plus 15, but we're not going to take that long. It just allows us to. Okay, so I put out a seek offer if you want to take it up.
Can you link me the game?
We're not in yet. Okay, I'll link.
Ready.
Yeah, it's in now. Okay, so let's paste it in the Discord. So this is game 2, and I'll post it also in the Twitch chat if people want to watch, and just so that people know where this site is. And now, just to check, does everything look okay with you? Yeah, it's a big board, 10 by 10 board.
10 by 8. Capablanca
10 by
chess
8,
was originally 10 by 10.
Yeah, 10 by 8. Sorry, this can't count.
I've been lobbying for Capablanca chess for so long. So glad that this is a thing now.
Yeah, I actually messaged Yasser on Lichess, telling him that this is a thing as of today, and that GB Tammy on Lichess was the creator. So, and that he can even play the engine if he wants at S-Chess, because he's always been wanting to do that. I mean, he's always been wanting to play S-Chess online, so and wishing that Lichess had the functionality. Okay, so should we copy up with the E4 move? So we want to control the center, or should we go with F? I'm going to go with F. No, it should be like, I should ask you, what should E4 or F4? And Baku's...
I don't know. I think they're both viable.
Or should we copy up? Yeah, so... And Opera also says, let's also do some 960s twice. Yeah, but I need to work out how to do it, but absolutely. Baku says G4. We're playing against Opera, he's going to kill us. And also, this isn't, like, the thing here, this isn't a diagonal, so the G2 square is really weak, actually, in this game. We tried to...
I think you should just probably throw a move in, because the website will, like, abort the game if you don't move.
Sorry, okay, yeah. So I'll copy Opera, and we'll learn from Opera what
copy Opera.
Copy Opera, and we'll learn from Opera what we should have done against him. That's what you should do against strong players. Just copy them and then copy their moves, and then throw them back at them.
Eventually we'll win if we play enough games.
See the reputation and the reputation of the reputation and so on. How do we fianchetto? Good question. So the Archbishop. The Archbishop can be fianchettoed. There's a lot of pieces to get out of the way in order to castle, though. I can also imagine, kind of a4, rook a3, rook g3, rook takes g7. But rooks are valuable, though. So hi there, the super smart chess player. How do we do rated games? So the Archbishop is the bishop and a knight, yes.
I don't think there is any rated options just yet. But you know, the website is still under construction.
Yeah, so maybe it's still under testing.
Opperwezen is calculating. Oh, he said I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, he was just calculating me.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, Opper says he hurt his back doing something. Eek. Sorry, Opper. Okay, so we'll definitely take that. That gives us a pawn in hand. Oh, he does have a check. He does have a check taking back though.
I'm not afraid of the check. Because if he goes queen b5 check, you would have good way. You would be able to harass the queen after.
Okay, so take or push. Or I mean, yeah. So what do you recommend?
No, I'm just being kind of pedantic and saying it's not bad because it can win the pawn back. It's bad to take because I'm afraid of the control of the center that we lose. But then actually we do get to drop the pieces back.
Yeah. So
take it.
You reckon take or push?
Take it.
Take it. Okay, we take it then. So he'll throw in the check, I'm sure. No. Oh.
Oh, stupid. Oh my god. Why did I tell you to take it? Right. The best you can do is just go knight h3. Because he's winning material.
So he's saying hawk g. He hawk to i3, I think he means, but he's using not hawk. He means elephant. He means elephant. I think he means elephant to i3.
Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense. Now he's saying hawk h3. Well, the hawk is on the other side. The hawk is the other piece on the other side of the board, so I'm not quite sure.
He means the elephant / marshal.
But he's still saying h. He's still saying h3. But it's not h3. It's i3. Because the letters are at the bottom. I3. Yeah, exactly. So we have to like deduce. deduce the coordinates. Okay. So we'll do what he suggested. Let's try and. So it's just a pawn. At least that way. It's just a pawn, and we want a pawn also. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the rook is actually less valuable than this piece.
Yes, exactly. And we got GB Tummy in the Twitch chat saying I was finally able to find the stream. Yay! So now he's threatening pawn at I2. So we could just put our own pawn at I2 and block it. That seems to be.
And he will take your marshal because he's also threatening. I imagine that
That's fine.
The archbishop.
They're both good pieces. So I mean that's not a problem. I don't think.
Yes, it would only be a slight problem, but I guess pawn at is okay. But maybe just go knight. I think maybe I would develop the knight and allow pawn g2 just to get developed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. No
worries.
Basically, I think if you're playing a strong player, you don't want to let him have a piece of you in some way. So take with the J pawn. Like, I mean, I don't mind giving him material, but if I give him a positional advantage, that he's just going to grind. Take with the J pawn.
Yeah, take, and then you open up the rook.
Yeah.
Slightly better.
Exactly. Now we always, I don't know if it's any good, but we always have. No, we don't. Okay, ignore me. I thought we had an elephant. Yeah, is there any way of defending that pawn after the check? That's basically what I was thinking. Because we can bring out the hawk, but that doesn't really do anything, does it? Or bring out the bishop, so we can harass the queen. I think that's the main thing we can do.
Check.
Okay, so which piece do we want to develop? The bishop or the archbishop?
I think maybe block with the archbishop, and then when he in attack with, or maybe block with the bishop and then use the knight e2 and then knight c3.
Okay, that seems reasonable. Okay, let's do that. I just realised we've got more time now, so we don't have to blitz it out.
He's threatening He's threatening I2 pawn, so we could block with the knight, or we could block with the archbishop by dropping the archbishop at h3, and then we also get to attack.
Yes. So the problem with dropping the knight, doing it with the knight, is he has pawn at I4. So I think
Pawn at
I4, hitting the knight, and so we'd be sacking the knight for a pawn probably in that line, which maybe arguably okay. So I think maybe the bishop, maybe the archbishop. So that way, if he's pawn at I4, we take his queen. So he has to block, and we control G.
Wait! I've got another idea. How about knight J3, and then if queen takes I2, you drop the archbishop, and I think that then the queen would be trapped.
Yeah, that would also work. So we develop the knight, and so the point is to go bishop there. Yeah, that would also work. And then the knight will later go on to h4 maybe, or yeah. So that's the choice. So knight J3 I like, or dropping the archbishop. So should we go for knight J3?
I mean, it's up to you. You're in charge.
Which do you prefer?
I think I just prefer. I think my knight I3 one is kind of a bit artificial. I think maybe you should just drop the archbishop.
Okay. No, it's a nice idea. Unfortunately, he can hear us, so he's not going to fall for the trap. That's the only problem. And Blunderman says, "What is stronger, the queen or the strange piece?" See, that's an interesting question. The queen is definitely stronger because we know how to use it. Now, which is objectively stronger? That's another question entirely. But I'd say that queen and I don't know. The knight and rook feels like the elephant feels like a slightly stronger piece than the hawk, but I can't say for sure. I mean, the disadvantage, by the way, of bringing out our archbishop immediately on h3 is, of course, then that can be harassed with tempo. But he hasn't got that many pieces out to harass us, to be fair. Yeah, so we could just harass. Yeah, harass him with the archbishop. He can't
harass you with the archbishop because everything that he has to harass you, you can take, and is the more valuable.
Mm-hmm. So probably the move I'm most concerned about from him is actually something like f5, just developing. Oh yeah.
But actually, he played the move I was most concerned about.
Yeah.
How about moving the archbishop to either b3 or to d3 and trying to get something like archbishop at c5?
Okay.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. The only thing is, that either that or control center. So f4. Any other thing, but yeah. So either that or f4 is what I'm thinking. And Blunderman says, it's a good point about queen being more familiar, but the opponent is also more familiar, so knows how to play against it. Yeah, maybe. Also, our opponent can hear our musings, just to say that, which is fine, because that's part of the... This is just...
Yeah, opperwezen was saying that he didn't like my knight J3 idea because he just sacks the queen.
Okay, I see.
Although I was more afraid of him just developing than actually sacking the queen, but... You're thinking about maybe pawn f4?
Yeah, I want to go pawn f4, I think.
Well, I mean, it's...
But okay, so what's the danger? So he's going to develop fast with knight out to h6, elephant out to... So maybe pawn f4 is actually... It might run into attacks. Yeah, okay. So actually... Okay, so where does our hawk belong? On b3 or d3? Because we want to... Should we go to... Maybe hawk... So you said hawk to... How about hawk to d3 and then... This is all just very subtle move order things, isn't it? Or does it matter?
Can see advantages to hawk d3 because then you can also... I think maybe hawk d3 because it controls more of the center.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, so his fast development is going to come from, I think, the elephant knight. If he ever does move his bishop, where's it going to go? Yeah, his bishops are slightly restricted.
Check.
Opera is very good. I heard a check in the background. Now that's really weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
D4 free tempo. Oh yeah, so D4. So remember this is D down here. So just to help guys, so D4 would be a pawn here. We can move the knight. So I'm not sure how that's a tempo, but so he sacks the queen for... Okay, that surprises me because we want the queen. So bishop takes. Bishop takes.
Yeah, I'm surprised here too.
Bishop takes. Is it okay?
Bishop takes.
Yes, good. Yeah,
I
because
guess he wants to.
yeah, it's really questionable because we know how to use the queen. We know we just want the queen on e8, checkmate. So that kind of idea. So either I think f4.
Sure.
f4. I mean, I was thinking of crazy sack ideas, but I think he just covers the back rank and he's okay. So f4.
I was also considering crazy sack ideas.
Yeah, he kind of asked for it. But he just covers the back rank, and we don't really have enough in hand, I don't think. Or do we? I think we might have enough for a draw, maybe. But this is absolutely the only website you can play Capablanca chess, yes. And certainly the only place where you can play Capablanca Crazyhouse, because you see all these pieces.
Crazyhouse random, if you want.
Yeah, and you can do 960. So hi there, I am nobody. Yeah, so we're playing Capablanca chess, so you just get an extra 2 columns if I just starting position with I always forget the name, the Archbishop / Hawk here, and the Marshal / Elephant on here, and so it's just a slightly bigger board, more control. I'm teamed up with JarlCarlander, who is a Bughouse blogger, and I should just post his blog link. Just post that in the Twitch chat for people. And we're playing against opperwezen in some team.
I'll post it.
You
already posted it.
In some team Capablanca Crazyhouse, which is very cool. It's Crazyhouse, but with these extra pieces. Okay, so unfortunately he defended against my queen e8 idea. Such a shame. Okay, so which squares are weak in his position? I'd say the weak square is g7. But is there any way of targeting that square? Probably not. So probably just develop.
Maybe bishop e3, and then you can think about f5 ideas.
Yep. Yeah, so bishop e3, f5. So the one thing So the move we can expect from him is knight 8. The thing is, well, whatever he's going to go knight h6 is the problem. So I want to control that knight, basically. So. And
what about pushing I4 then, if you're afraid of that? But I don't know. I mean, my chess instincts always just tell me to develop. But if you push I4 and he goes knight, then you could push I5.
Okay, but I was thinking of the opposite, going G4, G5. The thing about G4, G5 is he then goes knight F5. And I'm thinking, is taking that knight good? It could be. We might have a check, for example. So
Sure. I like your move better because it gives you a square for the knight to develop.
So I have nobody says the H3 knight is a normal one. Yeah, the H3 knight. Oh, yeah. So the piece here was actually a knight and a rook, and the piece here was a knight and a bishop.
I think this is okay. I would just go bishop E3 here and just let him drop. Oh, I don't know. So, if you do my move, bishop E3, then he drops Marshall at H1.
Oh, so H1 is weak. I see.
Then you could go king at F2 and then just be like, okay, take my queen. I don't know. It's tough. Maybe my move was better because it didn't leave us open to this pawn drop.
Yeah, but I wanted to try and control the center. So it's trying to be yeah. Does bishop e4 work? So obviously we need to undermine a pawn chain from behind. Bishop e4 also threatens to take the knight, which might start something up.
Also go queen g3, and then try and castle queenside.
Yeah, but the queen g3 will be hit by a marshal on h1.
What's the problem with queen g3?
So queen g3, elephant to h1.
And just queen takes pawn.
Oh yeah, the elephant doesn't hit. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so you'd have to go archbishop. Okay, sorry, you'd have to be archbishop to h1, and then is that not a problem? Yeah, archbishop to h1.
Maybe you're right.
And Blunderman says, being a smart Alec. I think before controlling the center, you should try controlling your camp around your king. Okay. Okay, so queen e4, queen at e4, queen e3. We don't have any we don't have good blockers. Is the other thing. Queen e4. Okay, but then that gets hit by.
I think we could reasonably give up the queen. I think queen g3, archbishop h1, castle queenside. Let him take the queen. Actually, I don't know, man. It's tough. How about just bishop e3, and if he checks you, block with the queen.
I want to. The thing is, I want to do something to undermine that pawn on e3.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Maybe your bishop e4 idea then.
So my only worry with bishop e4 is does he have any checks along the diagonal? And maybe he just because we don't have good blockers.
Well, the problem with bishop e4 is okay. If bishop e4, pawn g2 check, you just go knight takes and give up the knight for the pawn.
Yeah, that I'm happy with that completely. Yeah. But then for the same reason, I want to go queen e4. Okay, can we go? Okay, I'll go queen e4 and hope for the best. Idea is to castle. Idea is also to undermine that pawn. GSVC reckons, yeah, bishops are stronger than knights because the board is so big. And yeah, queens are stronger because, of course, they're combining two long-range pieces, the rook and the bishop, as Opper says in the Discord chat. Yeah, and he was also saying earlier he didn't like knight j3 because he can just sack his queen. And so he doesn't mind the queen trap. Okay. So yeah, I am nobody. Blunderman's saying we're not explaining properly the rules, but it's basically the same as chess, just with these two extra pieces: the knight and bishop in between the knight and the bishop on the queen side, and the knight and the bishop. Sorry, the knight and the rook piece in between the knight and the bishop on the king side. And otherwise just set up like standard chess with these two extra columns. And so it means you can castle once you've cleared out everything, as in standard chess. The one thing I don't like about our position is how come he's got pawns in hand? Like, how did that happen? So we took a pawn, he took a pawn. We used our pawn for defense. I see. And he took another pawn. So yeah, he got a pawn up, and so he got two pawns and didn't use any for defense. And the one pawn we got, we used for defense. So do we castle now? If we castle, we seem to be quite well covered. He does have a check in the corner, or even a check actually on b1. No, he doesn't. b1's covered. So a check in the corner, which yeah, but we can't block it.
If you castle, then your king ends up on c1.
Does it? Oh, no, c1. Okay, that makes a difference because that means we can play knight b1 if we want to. But then he can take.
I'm more afraid of pawn a3.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
So if you castle pawn a3, you take it. Bishop takes a3. Pawn at b2. Bishop takes. King takes. Doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah. It's annoying, isn't it? Okay, what actually is he threatening? So the knight and the bishop. So he's not threatening. So actually, knight and bishop. That piece is not very. That piece is not, in some ways, not very natural in the back rank.
What if you went knight j3 and then force him to sort of demonstrate that he has anything?
Yeah, so I was thinking that kind of thing.
Pawn e2.
Knight j3, pawn e. Unfortunately, he might actually have something. Yeah, that's the problem.
I don't see it because he's got only a pawn and the marshal left, and one is covered. I like knight j3 for you, but I'm not.
That'll be fine if we have a follow-up plan, like knight j3 going on to i5. Like, otherwise, what's the point?
Well, no, but the follow-up plan is that the rook is threatening the archbishop, and the archbishop is kind of stuck.
Yeah, and he can just defend it by going pawn at g2, just saying, okay, we're going to defend it. And then he has this whole sort of...
Yeah, pawn at g2, king e1, and then
then we can't...
your development is better. His attack has ran out.
We can't castle, though.
Yeah, you can't castle, but you can win that piece at your leisure, maybe. Okay, I'm beginning to see why you don't like it.
It's defended.
He'll just promote.
Yeah, yes, the problem is...
It is good, because if pawn g2, then you can go queen takes f3, and then you can go rook takes h1, queen takes h1.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, should we go for that then?
Yes, I'll go.
So it's another of these, just show us what you got, Opper. Okay, so we think e1, not f2. Yeah, f2 is covered. So it has to be e1. He's going to get a bishop, though. But bishop's not useful, maybe.
He doesn't necessarily get a bishop if you don't want him to, because if pawn e2, you'd go knight takes.
No.
Queen takes.
Sorry, so pawn g2, I'm saying he could put an elephant on f1, and we have to take that.
Oh.
Takes, promotes. He's then got a bishop on g. Bishop on g2, which is then winning the archbishop. Oh, but we don't take it. We then take on h1, I think. That's the sort of idea. So I'll just... How do I make this size a little bit smaller so I can...
Check.
Oh, we didn't expect that one. Definitely did not expect that one. Because we take it. And what's his plan? Oh,
if you take it, you get mated.
Oh, he takes again. Why do we get mated?
Because the archbishop covers all the squares.
Oh wow, it does. That was a good find.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay, so an archbishop covers both the diagonal and it covers the knight squares. So yeah, that's actually checkmate. Wow. Okay, so we're regretting knight h3.
It's fine. It's fine. You just got to move your king
to e1, right? There's no other place.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. So he's winning a queen now. Do we get to take it back at least?
It's fine. We've got another queen.
Oh, that's true. We'd actually win an elephant if he takes the queen. So it's one of those things where it looks scary, but maybe it's okay. The only thing is, do we take back with bishop or knight?
Sorry.
Check.
Oof, okay, didn't see that. Take it? Take it with the archbishop?
You can. I guess you've got a recapture here.
Yeah. Like it's forced even, basically.
Check.
Take it?
Can you just take it? Yeah. I don't see what the master plan is, but out. But you're threatening like Marshall at d7, and then king over. Marshall takes c7 check.
Yes. Yeah, he didn't see that last. He thought he had a fork on f2.
Ah.
check,
So we take it.
Yeah, we gotta take this. Oh, this is maybe
check,
awkward.
So we're losing the queen. Take f3.
Block with, because he's getting it with check. You've got to block with one of the, either the marshal or the archbishop, so that g2 is covered.
Sorry, why can't we just go king takes f3?
Oh wait, if you go king takes f3, then the archbishop takes queen with check.
Bishop takes.
What if you went king e1?
No, but so what's he got? Sorry, isn't the king completely safe on f3?
Oh, I mean, I think that's option is to let him take the queen with check, but
So
if you go king e1 and he takes the queen, then you've got rook. Not sorry, marshal d7 check, which I think is mating. So I think king, some way that doesn't.
yeah, but I just don't think he can hurt us just with the queen. So I just don't see why you don't just take f3.
Oh, I agree, but I think that you've got good attacking chances. Maybe if you go king e1 and he takes with the queen.
Oh,
So then
okay,
the question is, well,
okay,
he doesn't.
okay. Actually, I do get it. So actually, we need to think. But so the thing I was saying, what's the danger of king takes f3? And what I didn't realize is he does have knight d4. So now I am a bit worried. But I was just hoping we could just take all his pieces and. Okay, so anyway, you're saying just run the king to e1 or something, right? No.
Because he can't take the queen because it mates him. Because you would go archbishop at.
Yeah, archbishop at d7, then king e8, then what?
Yeah, d7.
Then what?
1.
Then what? Sorry, then what?
If he takes your queen without check, he gets mated in 1.
Oh, because that's a bishop and a knight. Yes, I see. Yeah. Okay, so if we went king e1, he'd definitely go f2 check.
What if you go king f1?
So king f1 is another possibility, yeah.
I mean, okay, but the f2 check, you just move your king to d1. So I still don't see. I think that he's not going to take the queen. He's going to.
Okay, so you can't take the queen. We've seen that. Whereas if I take the pawn, he takes the queen with check. Bishop takes, knight there, check. But he doesn't have much in hand. He's only got like a. He doesn't have much, but he is opper. Is the problem?
Yes, I agree there. Wesson says he's dead lost here. Maybe he's right. I mean, it's up to you. I think it's what's more important is that sort of like we have a plan and stick to it. So if you want to sort of go up and weather the storm, then I think just king e1 is simply winning.
King e1, f2 check, king f1. Yeah.
King d1 is like he has nothing else.
King d1. Right. And so then he can't take our queen. And then what's our plan? Our plan is just like to drop, to start an attack. Okay, so whereas if we take on e3, then he takes the queen. He takes the queen with check. Bishop takes. Knight d4 check. Drop back down. But that does look safe though. It does look safer, I think. What can he do with the bishop? I think it's safer just to. I mean, okay, it may be winning either way, but why not just clear out this thing? We'll have to clear it out sometime. So, sorry, I was going to just.
Oh no, it's all right.
Sorry, so Opper's getting frustrated. I was being too slow. Bishop takes. Okay, he defends the mate. Okay, so our weak square is d4. So sorry, yeah, sorry we're playing slowly, Arthur.
Can't you just drop a pawn at like d7? Maybe it's not that good.
We can drop an archbishop. No, we can't. I was trying to think of dropping an archbishop. No, bishop takes knight. Bishop takes knight. I like bishop takes knight.
Sure.
And the idea.
Then knight at.
No, the idea is archbishop. Yeah, the idea is if he doesn't take queen at e8 was a smothered mate, and now archbishop at b8.
What about just knight e5?
Knight e5. So I'm saying even stronger, archbishop at b8 if he takes it, archbishop at d7 is mate, right?
He takes with a king.
Archbishop at b8. It takes what? So the idea is archbishop at b8 and then archbishop at d7 is checkmate. Does that?
Oh, a b8. Yeah, sure. I mean, that seems like as good a plan as any.
Well, maybe we're giving maybe we're giving him chances, but I don't know. Okay, queen at c8. Just keep on. Or am I
was thinking knight e5, but queen c8 looks strong as well.
Okay, if this is bad, if we're just going to blunder something here, then I'm sorry. Because now we actually got a pin on the back rank as well, if he doesn't take it. So I think, so now if I go archbishop here, he can go queen takes, knight, bishop takes. Oh, he does have, he's defending it somehow. I was thinking we could just drop an archbishop anyway, but it's not working. No, drop a pawn, no. If we just drop an archbishop anyway, he can go bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes. It is not quite working.
Can you just drop a knight at like, what about knight c5 or something?
So he is threatening rook takes queen now, is the problem.
But if he rook takes, if knight c5, rook takes queen, you drop archbishop.
Oh yeah, yeah, knight c5 is threatening mate. Yes, okay.
So, I'm not sure that it is. Oh no, yeah, you go knight first and then archbishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, if knight c5, then he takes the queen, then archbishop at c8.
Yeah, and is there a reason why c5 not e5?
No.
So should we go e5 to? Oh no, c5 might provide better coverage for our king, is it? Or which covers our king? Okay, so knights. Okay, Arthur's trying to.
Yeah, I prefer this move.
You prefer e5, okay. Yeah, sorry, Arthur saying you only got 6 minutes left. Come on. So he could get a queen, and we're hoping that. This is actually really hard to calculate. So if he takes the queen, we're going knight takes. He might be able to take the queen. That's the only slight problem.
I think he can take the queen.
So the point being, if we go knight, bishop takes knight, knight takes. Okay, so knight first. Oh, we haven't got a knight. Okay. But we will be winning a queen along the way. Okay, so which one should we use? The archbishop or the elephant? Okay, let's think. Probably
Not sure.
the archbishop. Archbishop.
Sure.
Or
I think just go because time.
Check.
Opera is also probably getting bored waiting for us.
yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so his move is forced. Basically, bishop takes. Now, suppose we went knight takes, then we'd want to go archbishop takes, right?
Yeah, I would go archbishop take.
Just to force the queen. Yeah, we can throw the knight away on f6, I think. We can throw the knight away on f6 and then drop on d7 with the pawn. That should do it. Yeah, so it's good we kept the elephant. And he says, I think you had mate. Knight takes d7, king e8, knight f6 check. I think we do have mate. Now he says d7 check. Now I cover it. He says now I'm covering d7. I think he's not covering. But anyway, we'll see. So knight takes queen, obviously.
Check.
So I'm proposing knight f6 check now. Or
yeah, I agree.
Is there anything that we can do first? I think.
Check.
Oh, he covers it. We're covering the checking square. Oh, I see. Okay, but. Oh, Well, we don't have an entry point. We maybe have blown it. I didn't see the pawn was covering the check. Ah. What to do? I think I blew it.
How about pawn check, queen d4?
Pawn check, queen d4. Okay, let's just go for it.
Check.
So it's either queen d4 or elephant d4.
Use the queen.
Okay.
Check.
Because then you're reserving ideas of elephant to because now he's got a block at d5, can't block at d6.
Right. And then maybe drop a pawn at b7.
Check.
Okay, knight takes. Knight takes. Or knight takes, yes, or I think Discord's giving trouble. Yeah, knight takes, he's saying, yeah. Yep, knight takes. I've been missing the. So I missed the mate earlier, or I'm not quite sure what it was, but we'll check back when we got more time. So we've got pawn, 2 bishops, and something. So how does he take this one
He's
back?
got to go e takes.
Probably. And then Then he is threatening checks on e4, but maybe what can we do?
Well, if e takes, you can play bishop f5 check, and then you cover e4 with time, and then you can go pawn b7.
Yeah, that's true.
Check.
Ooh. So queen takes or drop?
Yeah, queen takes.
Queen takes has to be. So he's getting out of the pins. But now he's making it harder to take. Yeah, that's interesting. He didn't take. He felt he couldn't take. That in itself is interesting. So now if we want to go if we want to go completely crazy, we can go knight takes f6 and queen takes c6.
I think you're going to run out of pieces, but I also don't see any way to defend. So I might as well try it.
Check.
I think we're just lost here, but we can try.
You think so?
Yeah.
Check.
Okay, so now there should be good stuff here. Now the question is, do we drop on b7 or b5? I'm thinking...
Those squares are covered by the archbishop.
I'm thinking b7, bishop at b7.
Check.
Just archbishop takes.
Yeah, and that gives up, that traps his king. Then he's no longer covering the light squares around his king. Okay, so now I'm thinking pawn at b5. Does this work? Or bishop b5? Bishop b5.
Well, if you go bishop a4, then he has to block, and then you can pick up a piece.
Okay.
Check.
Oh no, that was terrible.
Why is it terrible?
He moves the king and we're in check.
Check.
Oh, missed that one.
You can go pawn c6, but he's gonna just he's got the house in hand, so I think this is over.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Oh, that was so, because I was thinking, yeah, if the king goes there, rook at d7 was, not rook, elephant at d7 was mating, but yeah, I don't have what I wanted. Ah, that's frustrating. Missed that. I missed that. Ah.
Check.
Yeah, and I'm nobody said that a black king move is now a discovered check. Unfortunate. Yeah. So now he's got the whole house. He's just sacking a queen, and he's just gonna. If we don't take it, there's a queen mate. If we do take it, it's just a
check.
Yeah, he's got our queen pinned from behind, and what can we do here? Just any check will win now, basically. Yeah, any check wins. So pawn
check. You lose.
Okay, well done, Opper. So where was the mate? Let's just wind back. Probably. Let's see. Okay, let's just see what he said earlier. I think I had mate knight takes d7. Instead of elephant takes d7, he was thinking knight takes d7, but we can't we can't move it. Okay, so we'll just have to visualize it. Knight takes d7. Okay. So he has to move the king, because otherwise Archbishop takes his checkmate. Okay, so knight takes, then king e8, then knight f6 check, throwing it away. Then pawn takes, and we're still controlling then the d7 square. Not sure if that works.
Oh, but he's also controlling the d7 square because his queen is still on the board.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not sure if it works.
I think maybe we shouldn't have done. No, I think after rook d8, taking the knight is probably. But maybe going at e5 instead of at b8.
Yeah, let's see. So e5 is covered by his knight. Okay, I see. After that. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're maybe. Why did I do that? So knight there, knight. So let's just check again. Knight there, knight f6, pawn, queen takes. Okay. Knight, bishop takes, knight takes, king e8, knight f6. He takes it. Pawn here, queen takes, archbishop takes, king takes, and the point is the checking squares are still covered. So it's not clear. Okay.
I kind of still wish we'd have just moved the king back because we would have been able to like threaten to chase away the archbishop from the defense of the d7 square.
Yeah.
Drop.
I just didn't want to give him stuff in our camp, but yeah, it did not work. Okay, so how do we make Kappa House 960? Stop. Oh, chess 960 clicked. Let's see if that worked. Let's see if that worked. So I've put a seek out, I think. Have I?
Yeah, I see it.
Yes. So we're going to try.
We took d7 with check.
Yeah, we're going to try a game of 960 Capablanca Crazyhouse now. So Blunderman says you control d7 more because you take the queen with check. Yeah. Do we? But we took the queen with check in the line. We don't have the engine to analyze, so it takes a lot longer. I've already sent a seek out, so just yeah, one game is fine, Opera. It really makes no difference at all. 960 is going to randomize things completely, so it could be white's better, it could be black's better.
Ready.
Okay, so we're white and so we've got a queen in the corner. Okay, so we want to control the center, and so which file? Okay, also which squares are protected? Okay, so J2 is protected, that's protected, this is protected, this is protected. F2 is slightly weak, this is protected. D2 is very well protected. C2 is protected, B2 is protected. So everything's quite well protected. Maybe F2 is very slightly weak. So suggestions for which one to push.
In random variants of chess, I'm always thinking about like what's the worst bishop. You know, when you get like bishops in the corner, then that kind of tells you that move is going to have to be played.
Right, but I think controlling the center first and then developing. So definitely, yeah. At some point, we're going to have to play. Okay, yeah. So controlling his queen could be an idea. So maybe pushing g4 because it's a way of opening up a diagonal on his queen. Now the flip side is g2 is quite weak, but g4, should we go for it?
Oh.
Okay. Now where's our bishops? Okay. So it's just... Okay, so we'll copy him because he has good. So you copy him again?
Wait, what would you want to go c4?
Yeah. Sort of philosophy of just play a random move and then copy the master. Just joking. Okay, so Ryusai says, how can black be better? Well, in a zugzwang position, the person who moves second is better. And how do you know that chess 960 isn't zugzwang?
I think c4 is probably going to be necessary sooner or later. I mean, the advantage is that we can play b3, but opperwezen can't play b6.
Yeah. So actually, I was wanting to put my bishop on e4. In fact, just to rub it in. Although that pawn is quite well defended. So he's copying us as well, unfortunately. Such a shame.
Can you go bishop e4?
Yeah, so exactly. Bishop e4 is what I want to do. And then I'm thinking, so he wants to do exactly the same thing with bishop e5. So then I'm thinking, is there any way of stopping him going bishop e5?
Well, bishop e4, bishop e5, bishop takes b7, and then
Oh, no,
if like
b7 is protected. Yeah.
But it's protected by pieces which are more valuable than the ones we're attacking with.
But it's double protected.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
But it could be. We have at a6 ideas as well. So this is Crazyhouse. So I think new ideas can. Yeah, so that's one idea, and then the other idea is there any way of controlling e5? And so an idea of controlling e5 would be what? Something like pushing the h pawn somehow. Yeah. So those are the two ideas.
Push the h pawn. He takes bishop, takes bishop, and then never mind.
Oh yeah,
the knight covers f2.
You're right.
No, the knight covers f2, so I'm not sure that there's any immediate problem with.
Yeah, but there's just no benefit because he just swaps bishops and puts the bishop where he wanted to put it anyway. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with this. Because if he swaps bishops, he just gets what he wanted anyway, which is bishop at e5, with even a tempo on our rook on I1. So if we ever did take on b7, it would basically force queen takes, just so it doesn't get pinned.
Yeah.
Kind of. So e3 is one idea. Just to control that knight. But the knight's probably then going to go to g5, but that's okay, we could back off. e3? It's not really opening any diagonals, that's the only problem.
What about like Marshall c3 and then Marshall b3 ideas?
So Marshall to c3 and b3, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So sort of developing. Okay, so if we do Marshall c3, okay, I like that.
No, wait. Don't do it c3 because then the archbishop will take it, go to e3, and then go to b3.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to work out where his knight is going, that's the only thing. So the knight is going to... Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so g4 under attack. Need a way of kind of my feeling is I want to control that his archbishop for some reason. Rook c3.
If rook c3, then yeah, I guess that makes some sense. Push f5 though. It's not all that bad.
So rook c3, what does he do? Push f5. Okay. Push f5, and we go takes.
If you go rook c3, then he goes archbishop d4. There's too much to calculate in this position.
Rusai 8000 says rook c3 looks horrible. Okay, so we need something developing. How about knight f3? No, knight maybe knight f3, knight h3. Yeah, you don't want to block. We don't. I don't want to block that diagonal. So knight g3, rook g, or just give away. If we give away that pawn, are we okay? Rook just going straight rook b3 for the attack. That's the plan. If knight takes pawn, doesn't.
Yeah, I think go marshal to b3.
Yeah.
And then try and get into defend b7, and then worry about protecting the g pawn.
Yeah. So the point is, we're giving him a free pawn, but then we attack. Seems to be the plan there. And Reset 8000 was saying b4 was an idea.
b4, he just snaps off the queen with the archbishop.
Oh, that's true. Oops. Okay, so he's trying to give away the rook.
I think take it, because if you don't take it, he attacks us with his rook.
So takes.
If you take it,
he's developing though. I mean,
yeah, but there's a benefit, which is that if you take it, he can't take the pawn later because you'll drop the rook and win the archbishop. On the other hand, if you don't take it, he plays rook b6 and he's hitting us.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so taking seems okay. We really want a pawn because I think he's going to go.
Yeah, we want a pawn now.
He's going to go elephant takes, I think. No, but then elephant takes. We can go archbishop takes elephant. So he doesn't go elephant takes. Okay, this is good because now his pieces are a little bit passive. Actually, I feel like white's got a slight edge. So now, do we defend g4 somehow? For example, again, we don't want to open up the bishops necessarily. So how to defend?
What about dropping the rook on d3?
Rook d3. Okay, yeah. And you think he's going to? So he's going to go block with bishop d4, and that's not.
If he blocks with d4, you can just play e3. So I don't know. Maybe you just want to defend though. I'm not sure. You can go.
Yeah.
Pawn
Okay.
f3.
So should we do that? Rook d4 and then e3, but then he's going to go bishop takes b2.
Bishop takes e2. Archbishop takes e2.
Bishop takes b2, sorry.
Or bishop takes b2. Yeah, but then you take the marshal with check. Maybe just go f3.
No, I'll do that. I'll do that. Because the problem with so the problem with what's the problem with f3? The problem with f3 is Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. And if he takes us, we do get doubled pawns, but we get a very nice piece. Okay, let's go for it.
You don't have to have double pawns because you can take back with the marshal.
That's true, yeah. We can take back with the marshal, with the elephant. Okay, so we're doing like a third rank defense here. At some point we want pawns. So if he blocks with the bishop, our plan is... We could also drop at c3 as well, I just realised. Oh no, we can't. We don't have a pawn. So e3 is the plan, is it? Yeah. e3?
Yeah, e3. He can't take b2 because you'll just win too much material. Because you'll take... Oh, okay, I missed this move.
But well, it doesn't do anything, does it?
I think you're right. It doesn't do anything.
I mean, that was his plan all along, was to take that pawn. So I think we take the bishop.
Yeah.
Rook. Okay, we can't get hit with the rook.
The d4 is well defended now.
d4 is well defended, yes. Oh wow, it's 3 times defended. True. Okay, so we have now... Okay, so we have a few light square weaknesses. That's the only slight thing. We could drop... I mean, it's well defended, but we could... No.
I don't necessarily think that we have to continue trying to win d4.
No, so we could do something. We could try and develop somehow. Okay, so what's his plan next? Probably to swing the knight to e somewhere. And drop pawns as well. So how about bishop g something? Challenge his...
I was thinking something like that. Bishop g3, and then obviously he's not going to take because it develops you.
Yeah. And so
he drops pawn f4.
Yeah, he drops pawn f4 is the problem. Huh. That just helps him.
Well, how about bishop d3 or bishop f... Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Bishop f3 or bishop h3 to undermine the knight.
Yeah, bishop f3 is good. Okay.
Wait. What about bishop e2? So when he goes knight e5, you can move like rook I.
So the reason I like bishop this one is there's also sack ideas on c6 with pawn at b7 to follow.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, but he does still just have knight e5. Done.
Yeah, I think knight e5 is probably strong.
Oh, but then it does shut off his diagonal. No, but the knight takes rook is with check. Okay, yeah. So knight e5 is reasonable. That's a reasonable move. And it's time to develop, really. Oh, he goes for knight f4 instead. Okay, I feel like we have to develop our queen. So queen b1 is
Wait. We've got a free knight, so he's.
So he sees.
I would take the knight. It's 2 knights per rook.
Take the knight. Is he winning the rook? I don't see him winning the rook.
No, but knight d4.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Knight takes d3. Then something obvious. Oh, that's crafty. Wait, can't you just go? Oh no! Oh my god, this game's so complicated.
No, I mean this is. I'm thinking elephant to c5.
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable.
So we have a few ideas. Okay, he wants to keep on hitting us, but actually that's okay. That's okay. I have a very nice idea. Let's see. No, it doesn't quite work. Okay, yeah, it doesn't quite work. I was thinking of like knight drop on f6 or something, but archbishop takes. Anyway, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Okay, we could force a trade of archbishops, but no, that doesn't do anything. I just feel we can do something here. Bishop takes pawn check. Bishop takes pawn check. Oh yeah, bishop takes pawn check. Yes, bishop takes pawn check. What does he do?
You mean archbishop takes pawn check? Okay.
Archbishop takes pawn check. He takes back. So if archbishop takes pawn check, he just takes back, and then we could either trap the queen, or he probably takes back with the archbishop takes pawn check. Then he probably takes back with the elephant, and then check on the back rank. But what's the follow up exactly? It's giving a lot of material if it doesn't work. And he could just take with the pawn, and actually b7 is really well defended, so yeah, that doesn't work. I just feel there is something here. There must be something here. That pawn is so well defended. Rook takes pawn is another option. If we just move the rook, where would it go?
You could go rook take. Oh, I don't know. I think the rook with check, then he gets the other rook. So I think we're in a. I don't know. I think maybe your idea is best. Just take the pawn.
But then what? Because he just goes pawn takes. Takes the pawn, pawn takes.
If he goes pawn takes, you go pawn at b7.
And he just takes it.
Okay, so if pawn takes pawn b7, then marshal takes, right?
And then he's got knight takes rook.
Marshal.
And he's getting a rook on the back rank.
Yeah, but you'll get a rook too, so that if you keep check, then you're doing better.
Yeah, I don't see it. So if the moment we take back that elephant, we're not checking in that move. Okay, so what else? Okay, so maybe we check on d7. So check on d7. Check on d7 is quite good. It forces him to g8. but I can't see how to continue then. Yeah, actually, yeah, so takes pawn we do have at d7, but then I can't see how to...
Yeah, I would go at b7, and at least the reason for it is that something for the material that you're losing.
So at b7 he goes elephant takes b7.
Just take the elephant, and at least you have an elephant in hand. You know, and
you're right, as long as we...
yeah, you'll get...
Yeah, if we're not mated, we'll be in really good shape. But we're probably mated is the only problem.
You know, if he takes the rook, you go up. You don't go... Actually, I don't know. You'd sack the queen, but then you would have an elephant in hand, and you would have a rook in hand. So as long as he's not taking the queen with check, then...
This is really, really tough.
I prefer that to giving up the marshal for nothing.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's fine. The problem is next move, whether to go b7 or d7. I don't know. So you're saying go for the queen. So go for the queen.
I think b7. Although you could always try marshal a6 and try and fork. You drop in the rook with check. Either way.
Okay, so b7, elephant takes. What's the follow-up?
Take the elephant.
Oh, bishop check first and then take the elephant. No, take the elephant straight away.
Yeah.
Threatening mate. Well, we'll go for that anyway. It's kind of scary, but yeah. Yeah. Let's go for it. Oh, wow.
Didn't expect that.
Wow, we did not expect that at all. So he's got an archbishop and an elephant, but he's probably mating us. That's the problem. But is he? So we're going to promote. Do we promote, or what else can we do here? Promote to something, to a queen. Promote to a queen, maybe, or promote to an elephant. Promote to an elephant, maybe. Let's go for an elephant. Oof, so many choices.
I think this is just the part where we get mated brilliantly.
Probably. So let's try and see if we can see his mate without telling it to him. So if we go to d1, then he checks us with a rook, and then there, and then with a... Okay, so if we go to e2, he's just going to go elephant f4 check. Elephant f4 check, down, and then rook e1 check. So, but if you go to king d1, elephant e1 is mate, right? Oof. Elephant e1 is mate.
Yeah.
So we have to go up.
Then I think he just goes archbishop to f4 and then forces you back. You would have to go, if he goes archbishop to f4, you would have to go king f3 to live.
Let's see, archbishop to f4, yeah. Yeah, so we've seen that elephant e1 is mate, so we have to always run up.
Check.
So we run up, and does he have anything? Let's see. He's got a rook.
Check.
Sure,
You lose.
Oh. Oh, that bishop. That's controlling this square. Okay, you well played, Opper. That was tough. Only 17 moves. And so it says C for... So A for Archbishop, C for Chancellor, is it? Yeah.
Chancellor, yeah.
Yeah. On the Saruman chess terms for them are elephant and hawk, but it's a bit confusing. And LazyMD asks which website. So it's just gone live today, and it's still like in trial mode. And it's by programmed by GB Tammy, the Lichess developer. And there are lots of variants on. Well, originally it was just S chess and some other stuff, but now there's and S chess and Capablanca chess. But now he's actually made it so you get Capablanca Crazyhouse and even Capablanca 960 Crazyhouse. So if I just go for create a game, it'll just give you the list of variants. It's Makruk, Citoyen, Placement, I don't even know what these things are. Crazyhouse Standard, Shogi, Shangchi, Capablanca, Saruman, and Kappa House. And then for all of those, you can also add a tick and option for 960 to just jumble up the pieces. And you can have minutes up to maximum of 60 per side.
You can't have Saruman Crazyhouse or Saruman.
Can't have Saruman Crazyhouse yet, so just Kappa House or Crazyhouse or the house or Shogi. I mean, I don't know what these other ones are. Yeah, so it is of course a Lichess spin-off. Yeah, so thanks Jarl for joining. So and then what's Oppa saying? No, I think that's it. So is Oppa still in the chat? I think Oppa needed to go after this game. So, but good games to Oppa, and yeah, thanks Jarl for joining me and testing out the site. It all seems to be working very nicely.
I'd definitely like to get more of these games in. Maybe you should come on my channel one of these times.
Well,
and we can,
I'm going to be away for a few weeks, but what I'm quite keen on is if... Oh yeah, so Opera is free to play again. Okay, that's great. What I'm quite keen on is to do a team event some Sunday in September when I'm back. And so we could, I mean, so like the ideal would be something like Jan Lee and Yasser and 12 team on like a three-man team versus the world, that kind of thing. Like we had with Legion Destroyer versus the world in Crazyhouse 960. Of course, the world would likely get crushed, but I think it would be a really fascinating stream for everyone to listen to Yasser and Jan and 12 team thinking about these positions. And so I have a seek out if you want to play another one. Not invited. Yeah, I have a. So yeah, so. Oh, so Oppa is saying, oh, why not me? Okay, so Oppa doesn't like to talk as much. That's why I wasn't suggesting Oppa as one of the three. So I was suggesting Oppa would like join the world side, because that, and then say someone like me or Jarl could stream, or LazyMD indeed, could stream the negotiations from the world, like happened last time.
That's a good idea.
The advantage, yeah. So why do I say Yasser and TT and Jan is because I don't think 12-teen would do it unless he was on Jan's team, and I don't think Yasser would do it unless he was on Jan's team. That's the reason why I put those three on a team. But this is just like, this is fantasy thinking. But so there is a seek out Opera if you want to play another game. Oh, it's for not. Yeah, it is for Kappa House 960.
If Oppa doesn't want to play one, okay, I could play you, and we might have a bit more of an even game anyway.
Okay, I mean, we could just do one last one. Well, I have a seek out if you grab that seek, but yeah, Opera, if you want to grab that seek, do it quickly, or else Jarl will grab it, because yeah, I just want to do one last game before we close the stream. And yeah, and look, check out Jarl's channel. I think I posted it earlier. I'll just repost it for Bughouse. And he will also be streaming more of this later. Whereas I probably won't be streaming a lot for a long time. So that's just, everyone should follow Jarl for more.
I just want to make sure Opper doesn't want to. Opper said good games and that he would like to play later. So I'm gonna steal this.
Okay, let's go then.
Ready.
Okay, so the bishops are in the corner, will need opening up. That means the king is kind of precariously placed. Okay, I'm just going through the pawns. Protected, 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 protected. Protected, protected. Yeah, everything's quite protected actually. Apart from a2. Ooh, a2 is not protected. Okay, so that's going to determine my move. But I kind of gave it away because Jarl's in voice chat with me. So when for some reason, when I just tried to log in, it kind of recognized me already. Okay, so I am ignored. So I could take it, but then he takes this pawn here. Huh.
It gives you an option to like sign with elite chess, and like you can't get rated games anyway, so you know it's all good fun.
Okay, we're going to have fun here. We're going to have more of a crazy game. Because it's like all-out aggression, isn't it? Oh. See, I thought you were going to take on f4. Whereas what you're actually doing is going for a queen trap. That kind of surprises me. Did not expect that. I was certain you're going to... And so I was planning, you take on f4, I go h3, and I was hoping like open up the bishop. And you might think, oh, I can just drop a pawn on g3, but no, you can't because archbishop actually controls g3. So that was all my... controls g3 and h2. So that was all my... That was my plan. But instead you're going for a queen trap, which is interesting. And makes me want to just defend my central pawn now. But how to defend it? I could go... Okay, I'll go with e3, I think. I've got to be a little bit careful, but yeah, okay, I'll go with e3. Got to be a little bit careful. Okay, so he's going for the queen. Okay, so go from the queen and not be very subtle, just go for checkmate on the button.
You lose.
Oh my god.
Sorry to do that to you.
Oh, wait, where did that come from? Where did that come from? That's mate in 5. Hang on, I'm just wait a sec.
See it. I thought you'd see it, so I was like, I won't say anything.
Because the queen is defending a2. Okay. See, I thought you were going after my center. I didn't realize you're going after my flank. Darn. Okay, that was quick. Okay, let's try again.
Let's play another one.
Yeah, rematch. Can you see the rematch?
Oh, no, sorry, I left it. Can you just put out another one?
Okay, new opponent then. You see? I don't see myself. Yeah, I need to actually
refresh it.
And I need to create a game again, I think. Let's go. Yeah. I said new opponent, but it doesn't create it automatically. You have to create it yourself again.
Alright, there we go.
Ready.
So it's a slightly different position.
Yes.
So normally on the chessvariants.training website, so there's another site where you can play 960 and Crazyhouse 960 and Atomic 960 and so on.
Atomic 960. Oh my god.
Yeah. But usually if you play a game and then you play the next one, it's the same position with colours reversed. So it does even up. So if I just go through the bookkeeping, that's defended twice, that's defended once, that's defended 3 times, that's only defended once. So G7 is weak. That's defended 3 times, that's defended twice, that's defended twice, that's defended twice, that's defended once, and that's defended once. Now I'm aware of these smother tricks in 960, so I shouldn't have fallen for that. And I was so really aware that the king, but I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't think of it coming from the hawk or the archbishop in that way. So yes, actually, all the squares are quite well defended. Probably G7 is the weakest, so it's the square I'm most worried about in this position.
Your hawk defends G7.
Oh yeah,
so...
yeah, that's true.
Do you think that's the right strategy though, is to just survey the pawns and see which one's the weakest?
I think to start with, I like to do that because that makes you aware of all the sort of smother strategies, and then try and do something to control the center, and do something to control opponent knights as well. So like when you go knight b3, that tempts me to go b6. And yeah, the super smart chess player is asking for a Bughouse opponent on chess.com after the stream. So Jarl, that's probably a shout out to you if you're interested in playing Bughouse, or if anyone else actually watching.
Send me a friend request, and I'll try and partner you at some point.
Yeah. So just pasting that, that's Jarl's Twitch, and if you check him out on chess.com, you can see he writes lots of blogs on Bughouse. So what I say, going for a pawn exchange, which will bring your knight out. Okay. So I could just push again. And what's the benefit of that? Yeah, I'm just going to push again. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Slightly kind of chessing this. The only advantage is stopping. It's probably a bit overextended, but it does stop you developing the knight. But it does sort of just kind of get a space advantage. The risk is it's slightly overextending. So slight weakness on dark squares now because of that. I mean, the advantage is I can now go f5 and open up my bishops. Okay, I kind of have to go f5 now just to... Okay, at some point I need to open up my queen because the queen's an important piece. I need to also develop my own bishops. But it's not easy actually to see how. Like how to see where pieces go. Okay, so I'm going for like the pawn push, just grabbing space. So that way I can put my pieces underneath my pawns. Actually, I'm not sure about this because this isn't chess, and I might have created... I might, with that last move, actually have created too many dark square weaknesses, so that may have been a bit unwise. But okay. Okay, at some point I was thinking about my bishops and I wasn't thinking about much more important pieces, which is the hawk and the queen. Okay, but they can come out as well. How do they come out? Fianchetto my queen or something. Okay, so what is the strategy? Okay, so I mean I quite like that move. It's quite good at controlling stuff. So I'm going to do the same.
Be right back. I'm just going to refill some coffee.
Yeah. So that's a fork on my queen and on this pawn. Which is slightly annoying. And if I give him the pawn, okay, I don't want to lose the queen for free, so I have to, if I block in some way, he is taking that pawn. So if I take, I get a bit of initiative, but then he does get a queen in hand. Ah, I just have to take. So he's going to take back the pawn, and then I think I'm going to have to hit that pawn with my archbishop. Just to try and cover some dark squares.
I'm back. Okay. I
Yeah.
really consider that.
I didn't want to lose a pawn, so I lost my queen instead.
Oh, free pawn! Oh no, this is a bit awkward for me actually.
It is like the philosophy of not wanting to give you an attack at all costs. Even like, okay, I'm giving you material rather than giving you an attack. If I can.
I have to do this. I don't want a partner for Bughouse. I just want to be friends. Optimal Eclipse. Yeah, I obviously can't partner right now.
Okay, well this just feels like a developing move. That's my only reason for doing it. Okay. And then I'll do this one. Hitting the queen.
It's really interesting.
So GB Tammy
Stream.
says, thanks again for streaming, but he has to leave now. Yeah, I don't think I've quite gotten what I wanted because... Yeah, exactly. You have to do that, which does look weakening, but your elephant is actually guarding h2. So I don't have... So what I was hoping for was Archbishop takes f4. Archbishop takes f4 and at h2. But yeah, and it's a nice idea, but it's not as powerful as I thought it was because the elephant's guarding. So I have to think about it more deeply. So if I do elephant takes, you take one of these two pieces, then I do take at f2. You have to take, and then I take back. Yes, I don't have the same, doesn't have the same power as it might have done. Okay, so all these archbishops, what? Now the alternative is I just back off and... Okay, so...
And then I can just be like, get off of my property.
Yeah, so that's what you're basically saying, just get lost. But actually, hang on a second, I've got... Wait a second, I have a check. I missed that. I have a direct check. Okay, I'm going to do that.
Check.
That looks good.
Yeah, I still don't see the full follow-up. But
check.
I still don't see anything. That's the annoying thing. But okay, let's
check.
do it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now I do have elephant at. Elephant at. If you takes, so you got queen takes at the end of that. It doesn't really. I could also go elephant at I4. So elephant at I4. So if you takes, let's say that looks really risky, to say the least. So you back off. Elephant at I4, you probably back off. Okay, I'm going to go for it.
Check.
The idea being I've now got a double. I'm scared I'm just going to get mated at the end of all this. So
I accidentally left the game. I hate that. Let me. I can get back into it, but it's like.
Let's put the link in the Twitch chat. Okay, so just backing off. So I've got no pieces, but I'm thinking Archbishop takes pawn and pawn here. Is that enough? It's like it's kind of going all in, and I don't know if it's wise. So takes here, you take here, check. At the end of all that, am I safe? Okay, let's just do it. This is not... So of course I have time to calculate, so I should really calculate, but... Okay, so now at least I get this check in. Picking up the rook if I want it. I'm kind of short on pieces, so I do want it.
Check.
And now what? I've only got a rook. And I could pick up your queen, but no, okay, so basically the issue here is you do have archbishop checks on me at e7 and i7, kind of bringing me out a little bit. And so I'd kind of be slightly worried, am I getting mated in that case? I could always castle, but then you just take my elephant. So that doesn't seem that hot. And also, if I go rook to h1, you could just takes, and then take my elephant, and I don't have an obvious... I'll have a queen in hand, but no obvious continuation. So I could just defend at this point. So then the question is how best to defend. Yeah, so archbishop to e2 or e7 or i7 looks kind of annoying. Because it also covers off my retreat squares for my elephant. They can just be taken. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll hope for the best. And I'll do this move, hoping to pick up the queen with check. Yeah, those archbishops actually are stronger than I thought because they actually cover a whole square. So fortunately my elephant covers the g5 square. That's something
check.
Fortunate. So archbishop g5 otherwise would be close to mating, followed by
check.
My back. Oh, but now I can take that potentially. Oh, but you can take back. Ah, okay. So it's not such a great thing. Because then I'll just give you extra material for your mating attack. Okay, so maybe taking it is not so smart. So if I back off, where's your next check coming from?
Well, I've got mate in 1 if you back off because queen e7.
Gosh, I missed that.
That archbishop defends e.
Yeah, I completely missed that. So I'm done for, right? I don't see what I can do. Takes. Yeah, I'm done for then. Because if I back off, you got mate, then I can't go forwards. That's covered, this is covered, this is covered. And if I take it, you're just going to take back. And then when I go back, put the elephant back on i7 for checkmate. Oh, unless I can go... Oh, I see. No, that's still an archbishop replacing it. So it's still guarding e7. Ouch. And you'll have this extra elephant in hand. Okay, so I'm done for, right? Or is there anything? Yeah, I think I'm done for. Okay, well I'll do what just postpones the mate, just because I can't see
check.
anything else. So still there's checkmate, so I'll go here, and then yeah, you have checkmate. Ah, too bad.
Check. You lose.
Okay, good games, Jarl.
Alright, thanks for the games.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks everyone for joining in, watching. For some of
anyone wants to come on my stream and play this with me, then send me a message. Kind of jealous, okay, that you got to stream Kappa Crazyhouse 960 first.
Oh, well, same day. So that's Jarl's stream, and he's also just JarlCarlander on chess.com. So add him for Bughouse and check out his blogs on chess.com. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Jarl for joining in, and thanks Opper for playing along. Almost beat Opper, unfortunately not today. Okay, bye everyone.